welcome to Council Action. I'm Russell Inman, and joining us tonight from Ward 4 is Councilman Jeff Caputa.
How's
Jeff,
everybody doing this evening?
I think we're doing good. How are you doing?
Good, doing real good, Russ. How are you tonight?
It's been a great day. It was a good meeting here tonight.
Yes, it was. It was a very good meeting.
Went through pretty quickly, but there was a decent amount on the agenda, so we should have plenty of meat to talk about.
Yes, we should.
Hearing from citizens this is a time that we have at each meeting that you can come, sit at the city council meeting and address the council, talk to them about any issues or concerns you have, or we often get residents come in just thanking the city for some of the things that they've done in their neighborhood or in their ward.
Yeah, some's positive, some's negative, but we always like to hear the positive better.
That's right. Well, public hearings tonight. Now this is an interesting topic because it's been on the agenda really, if you kind of go back a couple of months now.
Yes.
And the plan of this business has continued to evolve. We got a little bit of a new situation tonight. Now, what we're talking about is a request to authorize a special use permit to Taste Buds Catering, Inc. They do business as Taste Buds Catering. They're allowed for operation of a catering and diner in a B3 zoning district. Last time they came to the city council, what their idea or plan was primarily the business is catering. Secondarily, they were going to kind of serve youth in need and provide some free meals.
Correct.
Looks like that got a little bit cumbersome in trying to make sure that everything was well understood and how it would be taken care of, how it would be managed, time-wise and such. So they've shifted now, and it looks like it might just be a cafe, a deli, sandwiches and drinks, but it's all paid for.
It has changed a lot since the original public hearing that we had, I guess, probably 2 or 3 meetings ago, and then we kept it open, the meeting, because we have so many questions weren't answered. And then tonight, well, she missed her last meeting, so we had to keep the public meeting open. And now tonight she came in and she changed the whole special use permit. Now it's just going to be a catering and cafe for business.
This sounds simple.
Very simple. It's most like a restaurant. She explained like it would be like a Starbucks. You come in, get a coffee, you have Wi-Fi and stuff like that, which is a great idea. And from before, she was going to cater to a different crowd of coming in. If they needed a free meal, they can get a free meal. But now it's just for a cafe and catering business alone.
She's looking at hours from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
Correct.
Nothing extreme about that either.
And the floor change, or there'd be no change in the floor plan of what she had from before.
About 32 seats or so?
She said, I believe 32 to 50 patrons at one time. So, and then you order your food, and you order your food at one area, and they'll come bring it to you. No alcohol will be served. So.
Just a nice family-owned business.
Correct.
Good.
Correct.
Well, we had a request to authorize a special use permit for Viet Thai to allow for operation of a restaurant. Now, this is going to be a Vietnamese restaurant, which is going to be really new to Florissant, and Thai, which we've got another Thai restaurant that's very close to
each other.
There
Correct.
in Ward 3. But she said there's no competition. I think those were her words.
We'll see about that one. You got to. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Vietnamese food. There's not a lot of Vietnamese food around. I mean, and being so close to Pearl Cafe also with another Thai restaurant, so it'd be good competition.
It's good to see the different cultural foods kind of entering into the city and having that variety again.
Yes, I mean and that's one thing good about Florissant. We have very good pizza. Several good Mexican restaurants. Our Chinese food's good. We have 2 nice Thai restaurants. Now we have the Vietnamese, the Italian restaurants. So I think we got a good culture of good diverse culture of restaurants.
I agree. And they say a lot of good communities are really built around what kind of restaurants they've got. So
correct.
We are well on our way. Well, the next one, there's a request to authorize an amendment for a special use permit to Kevin McDonald's doing business as Boostie's Barbecue, Burgers and More, to allow for an outdoor smoker in a B2 zoning district for his property on New Halls Ferry Road. There's a little bit of an issue behind this. He's been operating the barbecue restaurant, and there was some concern that maybe he was using the smoker on the facility.
Correct.
He's trying to get all question, all kind of concerns, I guess, put to rest. He's got his permits in line for the county.
Yes.
And getting approval here from the city for one smoker, and then eventually
Eventually, you'll have two. As of right now, he has one smoker that he has the permit for through St. Louis County. That's all kosher now. And then in the future, he has another smoker that's inoperable now that he's going to get operable, and they're going to have a combination, so you'll have two smokers back there. My only concern was, because it's a small area back there, and there's other businesses back there, so my concern was the variance if he had enough room. Phil went and took a look at it, and Phil claims that he has enough room. I didn't go out there and actually measure it, that was my concern, but, so he did do the measurements, and so he's good to go.
All right. Well, soon we'll be smelling that smoke.
Yes, smell that smoke.
Okay, there was a request to authorize an amendment for a special use permit for Handyman Hardware, doing business as Handyman Hardware, for an existing sign to include a digital sign. This is a real retrofit of their existing signage that was probably put in, did they say in the 70s?
I thought he said 1972.
Yeah.
I thought
So it's been a
Mr.
long
Lee
time
brought
since
that
they've
up.
changed that sign. But the rendering that they put on the projectors tonight looks really nice, and they're incorporating the digital sign. It's not going to be moving, of course, but it looks up to date, 2015, and it's at a good intersection there on Lindbergh. It'll look nice.
Yeah, he's got it's a nice design, modern looking sign. Should be bright enough. I mean, it's gonna be a nice sign. I think it'll be a good additive to the Lindbergh corridor.
I think the Otto family's done a good job
Yes,
building
they
that
have.
business here in Florissant.
Yes, they have. They've
We
been
look forward
very,
to that
very
continued
good to
service.
the city. I mean, they have, anytime you needed something, they've been willing to help with no problems. And they have another sign there also that in the future, they'll look into that and possibly change that sign, but that's in the future.
And of course, the council brought up, well, what about your other store? When are you going to get a sign there too?
Right, the one on Washington, yeah. And Mr. Otto said after this one goes in, possibly we'll take a look at the one on Washington.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Second readings tonight, there was an ordinance approving community development block grant for the 2015 fiscal budget.
Yes, that's we every year for fiscal we have to do the community development block grant. So and this was our time to do it, and went through with no problem, passed unanimously, and so Miss O'Mara, she does good with that department. She does very good with it.
New business, we had a request. The first request is for a full package liquor license for SLNG Corporation. They do business as 7-Eleven store located at 900 Shackelford. Because there's going to be a change of ownership
Correct.
at that 7-Eleven. This is just to make sure that liquor license passes over.
Correct. And that was granted with no problem, and so they're good to go also. I mean, hopefully that 7-Eleven will continue on. They're a good staple in the community. They're over there in Ward 2, and hopefully they can continue on with the new owners.
Absolutely. Bills for the first reading, a lot of these were from the public hearings tonight. The ordinance for the Viet Thai restaurant, that had one reading. The ordinance for the smoker pit, that had one reading. And Handyman Hardware sign, one reading tonight in the first readings. Then there was an ordinance authorizing the repainting of existing painted masonry for a property located at 2700 North Highway 67. What building is that?
That is the Advanced Auto Parts store.
Okay.
Right there up on, basically across from Handyman Hardware.
And since that building's been painted already, they're just looking for the approval for it to be repainted.
Yes, correct. They did that on, I believe about a month ago. They repainted that, and they never came in front of the board or went through planning and zoning. Now they did that, and so.
Did they change colors?
Yes, I believe they did.
That's usually what brings it up.
Yes. So, and that's the reason why they had to go through that. And I mean, I'm against it. Why it's like painting it. Okay, now what do? Okay, then we go through the process of getting the permits and getting the authorization of doing it. By then, it's too late. So if we deny it, what are we going to do? They're going to go out there and sandblast all the old paint off?
Right.
I mean, it's hard to do.
So note to business owners, if you've got masonry building and you need to get some painting done, talk to your city councilman in your ward.
Correct. And go through the right channels so we can and we won't have these problems in the future.
Well, tell us about what's going on in the city. I mean, right now, it seems like there's a lot just right about to happen on Wednesday.
Wednesday's a very busy day we have in the city, and along with the success we had this whole summer long, everything that we had, all the concerts that we had up at St. Ferdinand Park were nice. They were well attended, so it's been a successful summer in the city of Florissant. And this Wednesday is very busy. We have the Walmart grand opening this Wednesday. I believe it's at 7:30 a.m. And then also the tennis courts are opening of the tennis courts. Very nice. I mean, they did a tremendous job on resurfacing the courts. Really nice courts now, top of the line. And then also, I believe there's a tournament there, or some games. The McClure North is playing Riverview, for the first game being played on there. And also there's can't think of the man's name, a 91-year-old tennis player is going to be there also. So we're going to have the old and the young, which is good. And that's going to be the courts are very nice, so anytime the citizens want to go play tennis, go on to new courts at Tower Courts. They're very nice. Excellent. And also then we have Wednesday night out, and very busy there. Then also they're doing a plaque dedication for Don Zykin Sr. Wednesday night also. So Wednesday's a very busy night in Florissant, so hopefully the residents can show up and show their support for the city.
They can rest on Thursday and come out for Friday food trucks.
Yes, Friday nights, exactly, Russ. Friday nights, the food trucks, and then actually for the food trucks, they have it at the Knights of Columbus grounds over there on Washington. And also they're hoping if you're going to come out to the food trucks, bring some canned goods for Team. Team is really hurting right now and for their food. So hopefully people can come out and bring some food for Team. And also Walmart donated some money to the team so they can go out and then use the cash to get what they need to get.
That pantry restocked.
Yes, it's very important. There's a lot of people that utilize that pantry, and the people that we can't afford to bring the foods, we should do it every day and as much as we can.
Jeff, anything else going on in your ward? Any businesses to come?
Yes, as of right now, they're redoing the new gas station. We're going to have a new gas station on the corner of Humes and Patterson. That's they're working on that right now. They're in the process of putting in the new tanks. They had to rip out the old tanks and put the new environmentally ones that EPA
They've been doing
requires.
a lot of work to that facility. They've really kind of torn it down, gutted it through, and
they gutted the building.
Building it right back up.
They're going to make it 12 foot bigger. The one wall's coming out, and then they expanded it 12 foot, just for their coolers, for their soda and their beer and everything. So that's coming along well. Then the EMOs, they haven't started yet, but that should be starting here in the near future.
And that'll be a great corner to
that'll
get
be
renovated.
Great. Because there ain't too many EMOs actually where you can go sit down.
No.
And we're lucky to have one. So I'm glad we took them from St. Louis County and brought them over to Florissant.
That's right. They just skipped across the road.
Right. And one other thing I would like to talk about is the Neighborhood Watch program. I mean, we're all starting to get very, interested and aggressive in getting new people into the Neighborhood Watch, and hopefully we can expand this. I know we got a new thing going on now in the city. It's instead of you have block captains now, we're going to have a ward captain. So it's more or less we're having like a chain of command to where the ward captain gets a hold of the block captains instead of the police getting hold of all the block captains. Now we just have a chain of command, and it's more efficient.
Excellent.
So, and it's working out fine. We had a block captain a ward captain meeting the other night, and had a few people show up, and very good meeting. We had to cut the meeting short because Officer Dehart had other plans that he had to do that evening. So we had some really good information, and hopefully we can bring that out. We get more people involved with the Neighborhood Watch program, and we can implement that.
Now, if the residents don't know who their block captain is or ward captain, should they reach out to their councilman? To
Yes,
get that?
you can reach out, give me a call, or, email me at ward4@florissantmissouri.com, and we'll figure out where you live at, what street you're at, and we'll figure out if you have a ward captain on that, or a block captain on your street or in your neighborhood, and we'll figure that one out. If we don't, we'll concentrate on that and get something going.
Keep our streets safe.
Yes. The police can't be everywhere, and so the ears and the eyes of the police are the Neighborhood Watch program. So, and that's your best intelligence, or your people on the ground right there in the neighborhood. So if you have any suspicious of anybody that's in your neighborhood, or if you see any suspicious vehicles, please give the police a call. You're not bothering them. That's what they're there for. They're there for 24/7.
Absolutely.
And vehicles, one of our biggest things here in Florissant is the stealing of the vehicles and items out of your vehicles. Secure your valuables out of your vehicle. Make sure you lock your vehicles. People get in, they're getting their cars ransacked just because they're open.
Right.
I mean, you can't ever be too careful anymore. So make sure you lock your vehicles, keep your home secured, turn a light on, keep your porch light on, because some of your best security around is light. So if everything's lit up around your home and your car's in your driveway locked up or in your garage, great. You want to deter the criminals as much as we can.
Perfect. Jeff, thank you for your night tonight. We appreciate
You're
your time.
Welcome, Russ.
I think we made it through the meeting in good fashion and in good order, hopefully in a way that you can really grasp what was discussed here tonight and what's going on in your city. So thank you again, Jeff.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. I'm Russell Inman. This has been Council Action. We'll see you next time.